Hi friends, you're welcome back. This is still Word and Fire Revival channel, and I'm your sister Grace Chinenye. Yes, I was narrating about the biopsy, not the cancer surgery yet, and a lot of things were happening. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe. A lot of things are coming that you will like to know. Subscribe, like, share, comment, please. Comment. It will encourage me when you are commenting. I will know that, yes, some people are really watching, these videos. Okay, so as I was still recuperating from the biopsy, which was supposed to just, they just take sample, I go home. I ended up staying 3 days in the ward in the hospital. So one of the days, somebody called me and told me that a man was coming to visit me. A man that I know, he has never liked me. He's supposed to be a member of the family, but he never liked me. So I don't know why. Why the Spirit of God said, pray, pray. I don't know why he's coming for, or why he was coming to what he was coming to do. Because that was a person I never expected to see me, and that was still biopsy. So I prayed and said, Father, if this man is coming because he's concerned, okay, let him come and go. But if the man is coming with evil in his mind, let this room become very hot for him when he enters. Prayers work. So the man came, dragged a chair. It wasn't long after the prayer, he came in with a lad, a small child, dragged the chair away from me instead of coming near me, nearer to the woman opposite than me. He sat down there, and immediately inside, he said, they removed the lump. I said, yes. He said, it will grow again, they normally do. I said, no, my case is different. My own will never grow again. How can he say it will grow again, they normally do? I say my own will not grow. And it's like he already typed a message to send out after asking what happened. So immediately after we talked, I didn't see him typing. He sent a message. The Lord opened my eyes to see that he was sending a message. Immediately after sending that message, he jumped up and started beating his two legs. He beating his two legs, doing leg, stamping the legs like this and beating. The woman near me was just looking at him. Why is this man doing like this? The woman never knew the prayer I prayed. He was beating his two legs and stamping them. That me, I know it is the fire. And immediately, he said, I'm going. And he left the place. Even when he was going, the nurses felt he was related somehow to me. I was telling him, wait and carry her now. We are discharging her now. He said, no. I will tell somebody. I will call her children to come and carry her, to come and pick her up. And he left. That is what God can do. Okay, I waited for a while for the result of biopsy to be out. When it now came out, eventually after more than a week, I went to report. They said it was malignant growth. I went to my father in the Lord, an AGO of a church, Eternal Foundation Church in Bagada then, Pastor Takon. I went to him and narrated the story. He couldn't contend with it because he was a person that was always there for me as I was passing through the valley of the shadow of death. He was saying, why? Why you? Why cancer? The one you are going through has not ended. And this one, oh God, the man nearly cried. Even his wife, they were almost crying. The man said he never believed the verdict. He said, enter the car. I entered. He took me to some other, I call them labs, there's a name they call them, I don't know. He took me there for investigations. Anywhere we go, they will say, we tell them the results. They say, where was it done? They say, we'll tell them it was done in Louth. Then they saw the name of the person that did it. I say, that woman is the Oga Patapata for, what do they call, what do they call these labs where they, I will remember, is the Oga Patapata. The man said, okay, let's go to Louth. We went to Louth. When we got there, went to the section. They said, let them see the result of the one we had it. They said, we can't do anything. It's our big boss that did this one. So what's the point? That was when it came to, it became a reality that I had breast cancer of 3rd stage. We resigned to God and said, God, have your way. Prayers were going on everywhere. Prayers were going on everywhere. People in my husband's family that were so close to me before, I never saw anybody. I don't know what happened when they saw this strange woman. I'm saying this for other women to hear. No matter how close you think you are with people, when you have a problem, it is that time you will know those that are by you, those that like you. My husband's siblings that we used to be like, very close, none of them asked me. None of them cared. My husband never cared. Many people that were close to me fled. When you have a cancer verdict, it's like, God be with you till we meet again. Nobody cared. It was me, my children, and God. Me, my children, and God. They decided on the day for the surgery. They booked me very fast because they said it was a fast-growing lump. Excuse me. They booked me. So the day they booked me, I came a day before so that they would prepare everything, prepare me for the surgery. The next morning, the radiologist, anesthetist that will come, didn't come. No, he said the machine was bad. They started running up and down. They went to Lagos State Teaching Hospital, invited them to come. They said the person that will handle the machine was taking an exam. He wouldn't come. They started looking around for elsewhere, whether they should send somebody to Benin to come and use the machine or whatever. They couldn't succeed. They kept me in the hospital for some days, hoping to get somebody. When they couldn't get, they say, instead of us keeping you in the hospital here, let us just discharge you. They didn't know it was the Lord's doing, because those people, occultic people in a traditional attires, were monitoring. God wanted me to go because they had already known that the surgery would be that day. I went. I was in the house the next day, and I had some visitors, those that I wouldn't even want them to know what was happening, those that I never trusted, and then a call came in. I went to the kitchen instead of answering the call in the living room. It was from the hospital. They now told me that I should come into the hospital the next day. It wasn't even a surgery day in that hospital. It was just a special day for me because God never wanted interference from any demonic agent. So I only told my daughter, and the next morning I checked into the hospital, and the following day they did the surgery and I came out. Then the real problem now started. Not medical problem, spiritual problem. I was getting a lot of spiritual visitations, demonic visitations. The first one that came during my biopsy was wearing Igbo attire. The one that came, the other ones, the next one that came wore Rivers State attire. And nobody was seeing them. It was only me. And I was not sleeping. The door will be closed. I will just see somebody enter. As they were coming, the God's agents were also entering. You people will not understand. I'm not exaggerating. I don't gain anything by exaggerating. Nobody will pay me for it. I'm telling you exactly what happened in the spiritual. I wasn't sleeping. Then the third one that came wore River State dress, but put on one red cap, this oval cap. As he was coming, it appeared that the door could not open. He could not pass the door. Then he was holding something like Melina young branch that would be like 6 inches long. As he held it like this, that was how he held it and crossed the door. As he was coming in, a huge man in white was behind him. So before he could get to me, before I could even say, I rebuke you, as I used to tell others, he disappeared with the huge man. So I feel it was an angel of God sent to come and protect me. I went through a lot of battles, even before the cancer threat, even in my home. In my home, a lot of demonic visitations. So this one, the angel, disappeared with him. And they were still coming. Then let me say the last one before I end this video. One Sunday early morning, there was a visitation. I was in my room around 5 a.m. I never knew anything was happening. But it was in the evening when those on night duty that worked Saturday night come Sunday morning, came back on Sunday night to do Sunday night to Monday morning. Because I had stayed long there, I used to go and see the nurses. I would sit down, gist with them, talk with them, laugh with them. Excuse me. So I went to sit down there. Then one of them said, we're missing, therefore you don't know what happened yesterday, this morning. I said, what happened? She said a big dog, a Alsatian dog, entered the hospital. The gates were not open. The doors were not open. We've never seen that kind of dog around here. We don't know how it crossed the gate because the security men were there. 5 a.m. they had not opened the gate. And it went straight into the nurse's chamber where they were sitting. He said they saw it the first time on the staircase. And it was doing the way those dogs used to do. And when they saw it, they ran into the amenity room and locked the door. And the dog came up the stairs, came to the landing, looked left, looked right. My room was at the extreme right. So the dog went straight to my door and was there scratching. I was brushing my teeth, but the Holy Spirit did not allow me hear anything. They said the security men ran away. Everybody was running helter-skelter. And the thing was happening in my room. And I never knew anything was happening. I never heard anything. That was the Lord fighting. Because probably I was not to see eye to eye with that dog. It would have resulted in something. I don't know how they do it. I've not been to anything that pertains to Kingdom of Darkness before. My own is with God, and God keeps speaking with me, gives me revelations. He gave me that gift of hearing from him audibly in writing, in pictures, in audible voice. So I knew my stand with God, and God was fighting for me. So that was what they narrated to me. Then, when my children came Monday morning, they said, Mommy, our dog ran away. We opened the gate yesterday morning. It ran away. I was living I don't know, the people that know Lagos will understand. I'm still living at Eleko Beach area of Lagos, near the Free Trade Zone. The hospital is at Victoria Island. And the description of the dog suits the one that ran away from the house. They said the dog ran away. I live by the beach, that the dog ran towards the water, the beach area. He was being controlled by the marine world. I told them casually, don't worry, it will come back. It never occurred to me that it was the same dog. until after a while I say, oh, it is the dog that came to the hospital. Probably they were using it as a point of contact to me, but God refused. I never told the nurses this story because it will scare them. Maybe they'll be looking at me with a different eye if I had told them. But only myself, me, and I alone knew what was going on in my life as per spiritual battles. It may sound anyhow to anybody, but that was exactly what happened. So I will stop this one here. Remember the demonic dog that came. Remember, I was still in the hospital after this surgery. This surgery went on fine. But since they couldn't kill me in the theater, they started following up to kill. But God did not allow. The battle is not yet over. This is dog. There are many others while in the hospital, which I will still tell you in the next video. So keep watching, keep sharing, keep liking, keep commenting. Ask any question. I will answer you. Okay, meanwhile, I say bye for now. Till the next video. Bye-bye.